This is a lottery news alert. The winner of a $1.35 billion lottery is suing the mother of his child because he says that she told his family about the jackpot. If you are new to this channel, my name is Timothy Schultz. I actually am a lottery winner myself. Way back in the day in 1999, I won the Powerball jackpot in the USA before going back to college to study journalism, broadcast news, and work on various productions. But now one of the things I'm doing on this YouTube channel, in addition to covering lottery news stories like this one, is interviewing other lottery winners. If you want to check out any of these interviews, I will put a playlist to them below. I will also put one of them right here. You might remember in January of 2023, a Mega Millions ticket was sold for $1.35 billion in Lebanon, Maine on Friday the 13th, nonetheless, which has a reputation of being unlucky, but it turned out to be very lucky for one winner who got the fourth largest jackpot ever, $1.35 billion. But now, this winner who claimed the prize anonymously apparently signed a non-disclosure agreement with the mother of his child. Court documents are showing that he is accusing her of telling his family about the win. So he was trying to keep this from members of his family, and he's accusing the mother of his child of telling people. In the lawsuit, he is known as only John Doe. After the win, he took the lump sum option of half right away. After taxes, he got just a little bit under $500 million. So that is almost $500 million. Not too shabby. I can think of $500 million things to do with that much money, but one of those things that this winner wanted to do was to remain anonymous. And he is still anonymous to most of us, but he claims that some of his family know because the mother of his child told them. The documents show that he had a non-disclosure agreement between him and the mother of his child from back in February, and the woman named in the lawsuit, known only as Sarah Smith, signed the NDA, saying that this win must be kept secret until June of 2032. When their daughter comes of age. The non-disclosure agreement went on to say that if the word got out and the mother told people prior to this date, she would have to tell this winner within 24 hours. The lawsuit claims that she got on the phone and told his father and stepmother, which soon led to other family members finding out about it, including his sister. He's now seeking to know who else she might have told, with a potential penalty of at least $100,000 for each time that she broke the non-disclosure agreement. So this story is very interesting, and it's just unfolding right now as we speak. We will have to keep an eye on this case and see what happens. And I can say that there are quite a few lottery winners out there who do seek to remain anonymous. And I completely respect that. I did not have the choice back in the day, and some people don't. I've met people in all kinds of scenarios. Of course, I only know the details that have been made public about this case, so I can't comment too much other than to say that when you win the lottery, especially if you win a jackpot worth hundreds of millions of dollars, I think you are automatically under a microscope, which is one of the reasons why a lot of lottery winners seek to remain anonymous. And if you have that much money, if you have $500 million, then I can see why you might not want the whole world to know who you are. And in this case, he didn't want even some of his family members to know who he was. And I found that interesting because personally, for me personally, way back in the day when I won, I had some falling out with some family as well. Most people were very supportive, but it wasn't always easy. And there were some relationships that were damaged actually because our relationships really changed. At times, I felt almost like a walking, talking ATM machine. I just felt like people just wanted me me for money all of the sudden, because no longer was I this family member that was just this family member. All of a sudden I was, in their perception, Mr. Moneybags, Mr. Can you help me out with a loan? Can you pay off this? Can you do that? Can you do this? And most people were not like that. Most people were very supportive, but I have to admit that it wasn't always easy. And people do ask, is the lottery a blessing or a curse? And of course, everybody is different. Every situation is different. There's so many variables, like how much you win, where you win, who surrounds you, who you are on the inside as a person. All of these things really, really matter in how it can affect your life. But for some of the people that I've met and interviewed, including for my own life, especially way back in the day when I won, it wasn't a black or white situation. It wasn't that simple. It wasn't just a blessing or a curse. It could be both. It literally can be both. It depends upon many, many circumstances. It can be a double-edged sword, although it can be mostly positive, and most of the people I've met and interviewed, it has been positive. I've actually been doing a lot of introspective thinking about that sort of thing because, as some of you might know, I've been working on a book about how the lottery has changed my life, how it's affected my life. The book is not out right now, but it's something that I have been working on, so therefore I have been thinking about that sort of thing, and I think it's very true, especially after it happened. And I was only 21 years old at the time too, so for me, that was a factor because my mentality was at a different place, so that was a factor as well. But it's very interesting how winning the lottery can potentially change people's lives for the better, sometimes for the worse, but oftentimes it's for the better. But what would you do? What will you do if you win the lottery? If you win a lottery jackpot tomorrow, which is possible, always play responsibly, but it is possible. Anything's possible. So if this theoretically happens to you, if you have the choice of claiming it anonymously or publicly, which will you choose and why? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below this video. I love checking out your comments. And I also just want to say that for anyone that wins a major lottery jackpot, I want to interview you. You are welcome on this podcast, and we can keep you anonymous. Even if you want to remain anonymous, that's okay with me. We can blur your face.
We can disguise your voice. We can make you sound like a robot if you wish.
But regardless, if you have a story of overcoming the odds, whether it's a lottery win or something else that you want considered for this podcast, email my team. We will put a link to the email address in the description of this video. There are new interviews coming soon on this channel. Go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified when they come out. If you like this video, let YouTube know and smash the like button. As always, thank you so much for watching, and thank you for your support.